you guys in groups of 3 or 4, so we won't be like this all the time. It works for today. Moving forward, I will have your vocab quizzes to give back tomorrow, and I'll combine those with your Act 4 scores, and I'll let you know if you get a vocab star or not. So tomorrow I'll have those for you. Tomorrow, you will also be working on your Othello projects. It'll be an Othello work day because they are due when? Wednesday. If you've already finished your Othello project, I'm going to assign you a sonnet to be working on at the end of class today, and so you'll have time tomorrow to work on your sonnet if you're already done with your Othello project. Sound good? Alright. Today, like I said, we're going to be looking at Shakespearean sonnets. Because when we started our unit on Othello, you guys seemed to express a little bit of interest in looking at the poetry of Shakespeare. So go ahead, get something to take notes with, and also get out your phone or tablet and go to Edmodo. There's a link on Edmodo to this Padlet. And I just want to see, what do you already know about sonnets? And I've already had 3 classes tell me that they rhyme with bonnets, so that joke is... Where are you waiting for somebody else? I'm going to write a sonnet about a bonnet. It's my Easter bonnet sonnet. So just let me know. And if the answer is that you know nothing, that's fine. That's why we're here. Nothing. All right. Left and one. Some kind of pitch.
Polish question mark?
Hey there. What are you doing? What's new? All good?
I already wrote that.
Oh, you guys are close. Y'all are getting close.
There's no education. It's just
Well, I don't know. It's gonna find. Alright, so what it's looking like? They have something to do with English. Cha-ching, you are correct. I know how to spell it. That's good. It's good news. Not much. Alright. A-B rhyme scheme. Close. There is a rhyme scheme that we will look at. Nothing. There are 3 sets of A-B rhymes and 2 rhyming couplets that end it. Kind of. Depends on how many lines there are with that. Derives from Italy. Who's got that? Nice. It does derive from Italy. Type of poetry that Shakespeare wrote? For sure. He wrote 154 of them, actually. Some type of poetry? That's for dang sure. Poems? Yes, ma'am. 10 lines. So close. 14. The type of poetry? Nothing. IDK man. Works for me. That's what we're here for. Ooh, somebody got 14-line poem. Who's that? Ooh, Carol. 14-line poem. So somebody tried to work the rhyme scheme here. Close. If there were 14 lines, we're looking good. Need to add another stanza. And it looks like someone does have the rhyme scheme over here, but I don't want to pay too much attention to it. Who's this? Beth. So Beth, you got a little bit of understanding. But I don't want to focus on that because I want you to figure it out on your own. Alright, so it looks like, yeah, we could use a little bit of work on this. Definitely, you all are actually going to be putting together your own definition of it. But before we get to that, I'm going to start off with a little bit of history and some notes. So, in your notes here, Madison, you said it originated in Italy. How did you know that?
I don't know, I can't remember, but I think, like, one of my teachers had mentioned it before, but I can't remember, because I know that, like, Shakespeare was, like, in Italy, developed stuff in Italy, and I think that's kind of what, like, reminded me of it.
Yeah, he was inspired by the Italian sonnets. So, the sonnet poetic form originated in Sicily in the 13th century. And I don't remember the guy's name, but he was a lawyer. So, that's kind of weird. But yeah, created the word sonnet, or created the sonnet form. And the English word sonnet comes from the Italian word sonetto, meaning little song. So if it's a little song, what can you kind of guess a sonnet would have? Aaron? Yeah, there's going to be rhythm to it. What else do songs typically have? Kind of a little tune to it, maybe. Rhyming. So we're going to be looking at rhythm. We're going to look at rhyme. Some of the early sonnets were actually set to music and accompanied by a lute. Anyone ever seen, when do we typically see people play lutes, like in movies, or if you envision a lute? Carol?
There was somebody playing a lute and the movie Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty, we have a lute. So, way back in the Sleeping Beauty days. We don't typically see them now, do we? It's a stringed instrument, kind of between the size of a ukulele and a guitar. And in Shakespeare's time, you would have strolling musicians, minstrels. Who said it? Yep, strolling minstrels dressed in their little puffy pants and their funny hats. Yeah, very Rodrigo-esque. In his little silks and satins and playing his little, singing his songs. So that's kind of just the background to it. Everybody got that? Oh, Rodrigo. Or not Rodrigo. Ludovico. Which one was it? Ludovico. Whoa, hello, Lily. So yeah. We learned they almost always consist of 14 lines. Who threw out 14 lines out here? Carol? Grab yourself a prize from the prize box and just keep. So yeah, 14 lines and follows one of several set rhyme schemes. There are 3 kinds of main sonnets, and the way you tell them apart is because their rhyme schemes are different. They all have the 14 lines, but the ending rhymes are different. We are only going to be looking at the English or Shakespearean one. Which, Jill, did you already have the rhyme scheme on tablet? Was that you? You had the big one, Beth? Yours was... Carol, pass the prize box over to Beth. Huh?
I said, I don't know how to spell it.
You did? So close. Yeah, although Shakespeare did not create the form, because he was so prolific in writing them, they came to be known as Shakespearean sonnets. He wrote 154 of them, so many that he stopped titling them and just gave them numbers to identify them. I don't know if it's genius or lazy, but that's what he did. And typically the topic of Shakespearean sonnets was typically love, or a theme related to love. What are some love-esque themes you guys can think of? beauty, themes that are similar to love. Heartbreak. Devotion, unrequited love. Nature.
Canes.
Do it.
Canes.
Cane's chicken?
Yes.
We are in love with Cane's chicken?
Yes.
It's just open. How do you have it already? Oh, the bar's on one.
Yeah, there's not. There's multiple.
So you could write a sonnet in honor of cane sauce? You could?
Yeah.
You're in love with it? Delicious. Alright, so typically love, we're typically exploring the idea of love. Lust, we get a lot of that with Othello. But that's the one we're going to be looking at. There's also the Italian or Petrarchan sonnets and the Spenserian. And again, the way they're different is the rhyme scheme. Same number of lines, same number of syllables per line, same rhythm, it's just the rhyme scheme is different. And everybody got this? Almost. Alright, so the rhyme scheme, that's what we're really looking at to set it off. In a rhyme scheme, this should be reviewed for you guys, but it might be new to some. A rhyme scheme is a pattern of rhymes in a poem. And to find the rhyme scheme, we just look at the last words or sounds of each line and determine if it rhymes with the last sounds of any other lines in the poem. So we're not looking at the middle of the line, we're not looking at the beginning, just looking at the last sounds. And then we assign letters of the alphabet. Some of you may notice Shakespeare himself probably did not write these sonnets. They are.
I knew it.
Yes, what do you think?
Oh my lord.
These are the form of a Shakespearean sonnet, but maybe not necessarily written by Shakespeare. How did you know?
Someone told me earlier there was a sonnet about Adele.
Oh, so you already knew? They ruined all my fun. I'll give you a list of them. I can't figure it out. That you can
Oh, yeah.
Yes, if you remember what that is. So you can put that answer there and we're going to talk about it. Good for you. If you remember where it's from. Nope, that's what it's called. That is the name of the meter. Do you remember what kind or what the name of the meter is? It's 10 syllables with a heartbeat. Heard it? Okay. So that would be a meter here. Yes and no. I don't know for the stress. If you get 10 syllables in there, I'll be honest. And it's more of a kind of natural own talking voice, so don't kind of catch yourself doing it without meaning to. But I'm not going to go, ooh, that was a trophy. Like, hey, it's got a lot of others, and it's really fun.
Really right as it is.
No, I just want to make sure you get 10 syllables is how you count. Even Shakespeare himself, he would work on a minus one sometimes. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to. So you guys got that? Okay. When you're finished with just the top part, let me know. We'll come around and check and we'll talk about it as a class.
Yeah.
That one? 10 syllables in a heartbeat. Yep. So that's what we call it. That looks dangerous here.
It is dangerous. You got it. Mr. Terry had me.
That's on my end. Oh yeah, the guillotine.
No.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Is that what it is?
Wait, what did you say it was?
That one? Cash up.
How do you know it's?
You know, this is a little bit later.
I don't know.
At the top. Oh, you did that.
It's funny.
Maybe it's not this. I don't know.
Raise your hand if you're done with the top. The top section. Alright, looks like every group should be. Alright, so just super quick review. For question 1, what is the rhyme scheme? And I'm just going to lay it out here to finish up. But what's the rhyme scheme? Raise your hand. If you can tell me, that's you already told me. Alright, Aaron, what's the rhyme scheme?
A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G,
Alright, so yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G. That's the rhyme scheme. Well, we're going to do a little bit of math in English class and break this up. So if we look at A, B, and you draw a line under the 4th line, that is called a quatrain. It's called a quatrain there. Who can use their math or Spanish skills to remind the class what a quatrain is? I heard it 4, quad, quatra, quarter, 4. Yeah, so a quatrain equals 4 lines. And then we go and break it down again. C, D, draw a line under the next 4. And we've got ourselves another quatrain. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, E, F. Draw yourself another line there. And we have what?
Another quatrain.
Another quatrain. But then it stops. And I know some of you guys I actually saw in your notes already know what this is. What do we call it? 2 lines at the end? Alex?
Couplet.
Yeah, this is a couplet at the end. How can we remember couplet equals 2? Madison?
Like a couple.
Yeah, we've got a couple. We have 2 lines here. And this is what's called a rhyming couplet, because it does rhyme at the end there, a rhyming couplet. So that's going to be part of the form. If we break our 14 lines down, we have 3 quatrains, followed by a couplet. Miranda, did you figure your song out?
What song do you have, Maria? Is she changing?
Did you know I've never heard that song? I do. Alright, so ladies, let's get through the top part so you can write your own definition. Oh, another funny Annie. So what is the meter of the sonnet? This should be familiar since that's what Othello is written in. McKenna, what's the meter?
Iambic pentameter.
Yes, ma'am. Iambic pentameter. And we know that because how many syllables are in each line? 10.
And it's almost included in the song.
Yeah. And it's got that heartbeat rhythm. Remember we said heartbeat? I am. I see a few of you doing it. I am.
We're making wolf washing.
Making it what?
Wolf washing.
I know, but you've never seen that movie.
No,
I know.
I would never watch that.
I didn't think so. Alright, so thinking back to your notes about why Shakespeare wrote Othello in verse, why do you think he used this meter for his poems? Olivia, what are you thinking?
It gives the poem more rhythm and it helps it like flow and like sounding.
Gives rhythm and flow. What else?
It makes it sound better.
Makes it sound better. More fun sound. Mary?
I think it draws more attention. It helps to draw more attention to the words.
Draws attention to which words?
Well, the words and the lines with the ending words that are they're rhyming lines.
Okay, so the rhymes at the end, the ending rhymes. Yeah, get attention drawn to those. Aaron?
Better remembrance.
Yeah, better, easier to remember. I mean, think about the songs that you guys listen to. The better the rhythm, the easier it is for y'all to remember the words. Same deal here. Alright, so how many lines are in the poem? We've already done this. 14. And how are the last 2 lines different? How are the last 2 lines different? Ellie?
They rhyme with each other.
Rhyme with each other. And what else do you guys notice? You know what?
They're like indented.
Yeah, they're indented. The rhyming couplet is also what's known as a volta. I'll give you that information. But it's indented. This is kind of your mic drop moment. You've set everything up, and then you got to have a really powerful last 2 lines that are like, I love this and this and this. Peanut butter is my favorite. Boom! But jelly's really cool too. So you kind of have this like weird turn. I don't get that. But let's go ahead and just add that to our notes too. While we have it, so switch back over to your notes. That's why I tell you things like that. I think it helps you remember. Alright, so quatrain. I just told you guys it's a stanza of 4 lines. Alright. So who wants to go first? Alright, ladies, for this to work, you have to pay attention. Beth will speak in the iambic pentameter rhythm. get the feel of the poem. And you guys can guess what it is off of this list. And I'll be up here watching, waiting for the signs to fly up. Do you want me to keep score? Keep score on your board. And winner gets a prize. How's that sound?
Wait, are we writing down?
Write down the song that you think Beth is singing. Or we have to write down the song. You can just do either the song title or the. I got you. I'm gonna write it. Writing the order. Alright, so ladies. Fastest gets 2 points. Getting it right gets 1 point. And Beth.
Oh, thou art too capricious with my heart. Thou no supply of love, just pure demand. From our first kiss I should have known thou art. So Fette was for thou dost not understand. For thee I catch an incoming grenade. Placed upon my own as I by those explosively flambe. I see my hands on stage or steel bestar. If I believed in the station's pain, I'd fling myself beneath a wagon's wheels. I'd suffer the arrows through my brain, if that would quell the woe my darling feels. And yet my heart is evermore resigned to know thou wouldst not do the same in kind.
Alright, so. Who did we have there? What song?
Renee.
Renee, how do you know that? What gave it away?
I knew it from the
It actually said Renee.
I knew it from the first
I think you were
tried
like,
to write it and then it didn't work.
yeah, you all were trying to write first. So 2 for both of you guys, and then 1 for everybody else that got Renee. Good job. Yeah, you all got it. So give yourself a Alright. Okay, so everyone's pens work now. We don't have that problem.
Yes.
Okay. Try to remember, iambic pentameter is like a heartbeat. So, although you enunciated very clearly, let's get a more natural rhythm here. But I appreciate it. All right, Miranda?
I found my way into the market square to drink in deep the festival's delights. I suffered the misfortune of you there, like I had borne through all our troubled nights. So recently we'd broken bonds of love. I doubted you had sooner still forgot. Yet still your jealous air rose above when passions in another had grown hot. Yes, I am in his gaze and he in mine, but your eyes somewhere else should swiftly start. For 3 long years I left myself to pine from matrimony's gifts to grace my heart. If truly you did wish to win my hand, you should have graced it with a wedding band.
Mic drop moment! If truly, read the last lines again.
If truly you did wish to win my hand, you should have graced it with a wedding band.
And boards up!
Say.
See, I got mic drop moment to tell. So what was it, Brenda?
Single ladies.
Single ladies, 2 points.
She told us before, so we'll just take 1.
Okay. Ooh, I like that honesty. So yeah, single ladies for everyone that got 1 point. And how did you all know it was single ladies?
The wedding band.
Wedding band at the end. They feel like you should have put a wedding band on it. Oh, read cards? Or match band. Who wants to go next?
We'll go.
Alright, I saw Alex's hand and Jill. Alright, so.
From Western Philadelphia, I hail. For in my youth I played till rue the day I found myself assailed by ruffians contemptible and mean. Although the stat was trivial and brief, it wounded my dear mother deep within. And so to give her conscience sweet relief, she sent me forth to live amongst her kin. When to my port of call I'd been conveyed, I came upon a coachman most unique. And yet I simply took the trip and paid, despite his cab's decor and fresh mystique. I surveyed all the land with princely mien, in fair Bel Air where I do lay my scene.
Woo, so what do we have? Fresh Prince. I think I saw Rainy first. Everybody else gets 1. This one has a volta in the middle. And yet. You got that in yet? Your volatile would start there.
I didn't know how to pronounce the meaning part because it was like I've never seen this before. I've seen
Meaning, yeah, you can guess based on what I've ever said. So yeah, Will Smith, what gave that one away? In West Philadelphia. Chill down back, stay relaxed, not pulling on shoes. Some b-ball outside the school with a couple of guys who were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got one little fight, my mom got scared. She said, and scene. Alright, good job, ladies. So yeah, freshmen to Bel Air there. Jill, your group.
Good morrow, says the spectre from my past. Wait, I didn't say that in the good morrow.
That's right.
May we discuss the sordid details of the times we shared, the scars we then amassed, the minute of long lost love. To said time heals all wounds, although my heart still aches despite the distant years and doubt. I can't recall the ease we did impart, or life before the world into was bound. I've sent these missives o'er 1,000-fold to give good morrow here from far beyond, to make amends for all the wrongs untold. But thou not to these messages respond. I shout each sorry toward thy distant shore for deeds that do not pain thee anymore.
So those all shot up at the same time. What gave that one away?
Good morrow.
Good morrow. Someone say hello. Hello.
Can everybody have 2 points?
Everybody gets 2 points for that one. Yeah, so good morrow. That was a little too obvious. Let's see if McKenna's group can trick you guys.
The bells toll 7 times and I arise. I freshen up, wash sleep out of my eyes, and start my daily journey toward the school. My friends approach within a carriage small, and bid I make their traveling route complete. I nod assent, but first must briefly stall, whilst I decide where rings to Oh, Friday weekend's herald, happy day, thy blessed presence merited portends. Oh, harbinger of sadness. Our hearts with revelry and time with friends. My life began with Thursday's late demise, and without goes, sweet Saturday shall rise.
Alright. So what's that one?
Friday.
We don't think that.
No. I love the part about the gruel. I think that's also be a first, and everybody else gets one. Do we have Taylor?
Throughout my body I feel sudden chills, but they spring not from freshly fallen snow. Instead, from each romantic thrill that being a so I must the call for self-improvement heeds. To be a better man, I'll swiftly learn, for I must be the one to meet thy needs, the Lord for whom my lady's soul doth yearn. And so if I thy tender heart have warmed, and made that myself the one it hath adored, I'll prove I have my character transformed, and evermore thy faith in me reward. There are no further words I'll ever require. My dear dog, art the one I do desire.
So, if you saw these guys at the same time, everybody gets one. So, what gave that one away? Chill. I've got chill, off body, filled with chill. Everybody, good to go? Alright, what are the scores here? 8. 8. Oh. 8. 8. 8. Anyone have 9?
We have 6.
Or Bohemian Rhapsody was on there. Oh, I would get one of I had that feeling. Okay, so ladies, tomorrow you have an Othello work day or time to work on your sonnet. Although if you want to start it for homework, be my guest. The requirements, you do not have to write in Shakespearean these thou shouldst. You don't have to do that, you can write modern text. But the requirements are, it has to be how many lines? 14. So you're going to have your 3 quatrains followed by 1 couplet. What rhyme scheme?